In a recent podcast episode that has stirred up the hip-hop community, Dame Dash openly addressed long-standing rumors about JayZ's role in writing lyrics for Memphis Bleek. For years, there has been speculation about just how much influence JayZ had over Bleek's career, and Dame's candid remarks have reignited this debate. The former Rockefeller co-founder made some bold claims, offering a glimpse into what might have been happening behind the scenes as Bleek rose in the music industry. According to Dame Dash, JayZ not only mentored Memphis Bleek, but may have even contributed to writing many of his lyrics, especially in the early stages of Bleek's career. The conversation took place during a heated podcast discussion, with some surprising admissions and revelations that caught listeners off guard.
Didn't Bleek take over Rockefeller? And the reason why I'm asking is because I remember he opened up Volume 2. He was on the intro, and there was a rumor around that album that was Jay's final album. So it looked like Jay had it all laid out for him to blow up.
I mean, I don't think Bleek wanted to take over. I don't think he had the ability to, Jay was writing a lot of his rhymes.
The podcast hosts discussed how Memphis Bleek's loyalty to JayZ was deeply tied to the close mentorship they shared. One of the hosts remarked, "I could understand Bleek's loyalty to Jay because he had Jay as a ghostwriter." This statement quickly grabbed the attention of both fans and critics, reigniting the debate about Bleek's potential and whether he could have sustained his career on his own. Dame Dash's comments implied that Memphis Bleek relied significantly on JayZ's lyrical expertise to stay relevant, especially during their collaborations. This aligns with earlier rumors from the Dynasty and Rock La Familia era, when Bleek's contributions often seemed to reflect the same energy and quality as JayZ's verses. Dame suggested that this dependence might explain why Bleek never fully stepped into a leadership role at Rockefeller, even when opportunities were available.
I mean, I don't think Bleek wanted to take over. I don't think he had the ability to, Jay was writing a lot of his rhymes. So if Jay retired, that meant he was out of business as well.
While Dame's perspective was blunt, other podcast participants weighed in, acknowledging JayZ's undeniable influence on Memphis Bleek's music. They admitted that while JayZ didn't write every song for Bleek, he often stepped in to ensure the tracks maintained a high quality. One host shared, "If it was me, Jay, and Bleek on a record, Jay always had to cheat for Bleek, especially to keep up with our energy. Jay could retire while writing Bleek's songs." This admission further supports Dame's claim and paints a picture of a dynamic where Bleek may have struggled artistically without JayZ's guidance. The phrase "Jay had to cheat for Bleek" resonates strongly with fans who remember the Rockefeller era. The podcast also included anecdotal evidence about the studio sessions for collaborative albums, with one participant recalling specific moments that highlighted the behind-the-scenes reality of the creative process.
Let's just say it was 5 records that was me and Jay and Bleek was supposed to be on, and he wasn't on none of them, like for weeks. And one day I come to the studio and Bleek on 4 records. Damn, when he do them? So I wasn't there, so I don't know how they sessions went. But I know he had a little assistance. He got Holly.
Despite the allegations, everyone involved in the discussion agreed that the bond between JayZ and Memphis Bleek remains unbreakable. Regardless of criticisms or doubts about Bleek's talent, his loyalty and friendship with JayZ have been steadfast over the years. This strong connection has even allowed Bleek to avoid the pressure of constantly releasing music to stay relevant. As one speaker put it, "No matter what people say about Bleek's music, he doesn't have to make a record again. Bleek's good." Dame Dash's remarks have once again brought attention to Memphis Bleek and his reliance on JayZ. While some may criticize Bleek for depending too much on his mentor, others argue that their partnership showcases the power of mentorship and loyalty in the music industry. As debates intensify, fans are eagerly awaiting Bleek's response to these new revelations. In the early 2000s, Rockefeller Records was a dominant force in hip-hop, with JayZ, Beanie Sigel, and Memphis Bleek at its core. Their collaborations not only produced chart-topping hits, but also revealed the intricate relationships and individual journeys within the label. One notable collaboration was Change the Game, released in 2001, featuring JayZ, Beanie Sigel, and Memphis Bleek. with production by Rick Rock and backing vocals by Static Major. The track aimed to promote Sigel and Bleek, showcasing their talents alongside JayZ. However, some critics noted that JayZ's performance overshadowed his prodigies. Steve John of Roost.com commented, "Even though Beans and Bleek both have raps on this song, Jay starts and ends the track with the best flow and lyrics throughout." Another significant collaboration was Fame, a track by A&L featuring JayZ, Memphis Bleek, and Beanie Sigel, released in 2000. This song further solidified the chemistry between the trio and Roc-A-Fella's cohesive unit. The track explored themes of loyalty and the challenges of the rap game, with each artist offering a unique perspective. In his verse, JayZ rapped about becoming a father. "I got 4 nephews and they're all writing, and I'm having a child, which is more frightening." This line reflected JayZ's contemplation of fatherhood and the responsibilities that come with it. While their collaborations highlighted their collective strength, individual ambitions and external perceptions shaped their relationships. JayZ's mentorship of Beanie Sigel and Memphis Bleek was evident. Though the dynamics differed, Memphis Bleek was often seen as JayZ's right-hand man, with JayZ once stating, "Bleek could be one hit away his whole career as long as I'm alive. He's a millionaire." This sentiment emphasized a deep bond and unwavering support. In contrast, Beanie Sigel's relationship with JayZ became strained over time. Despite early collaborations and mutual success, Sigel later expressed feelings of abandonment, suggesting that JayZ didn't offer the same support during challenging times. This strain highlighted the complexities of mixing business with personal relationships in the music industry. The early 2000s were a defining period for Roc-A-Fella Records, with JayZ, Beanie Sigel, and Memphis Bleek at its heart. Their collaborations produced memorable tracks and ventures, but individual paths and personal dynamics added layers of complexity to their relationships. While their collective contributions to hip-hop are undeniable, the nuances of their interactions offer valuable insights into the challenges of balancing friendships and business in the music world.